it's Miss Ortiz here, and I just wanted to take a minute to walk through the butterfly life cycle lesson for second grade. The standards that are covered in this lesson are SC.2.N.1.1, which is observe and describe major stages in the life cycles of plants and animals, including bees and butterflies. The second standard is SC.2.N.1.1, and that standard is raise questions about the natural world, investigate them in teams through free exploration and systematic observations, and generate appropriate explanations based on those explorations. And the last standard covered in this lesson is SC.2.N.1.3, which is ask how do you know in appropriate situations and attempt reasonable answers when asked the same question by others. For this lesson, there's really only one essential question or key question that needs to be asked, and that is, what observations can we make about the life cycle of butterflies? Now, this is a slide that I just kind of made with pictures of different stages of the butterflies, just so if you show it to the students, they can see a visual. For the engage portion of this lesson, tell the students they are going to observe an insect's life cycle. Don't tell them what it is yet. Let them try and figure it out. Give them hints such as the insect flies when it is an adult and crawls in the larva stage, or when it is a baby. Also ask what insect they think is being described. Tell the students they are going to explore the life cycle of a butterfly, and they should be prepared to make observations in their science notebook. Every student should have a notebook for different subjects in class. So for science, math, language arts, things like that. And the last thing for the engagement portion of the lesson is remind students of the practice of asking each other, how do you know, to get evidence for people's ideas. Ask them to practice this during the center activities. This kind of gets them in the habit of backing up their claims with support. So some butterfly basics that you can show the students are, there are 4 stages of development, which begins with the adult female laying eggs. A caterpillar hatches out of an egg. This is known as the larva stage. After rapid growth, the caterpillar encases itself in a chrysalis. This is known as the pupa stage. Once in the chrysalis, the transformation process from caterpillar to butterfly begins, and this is known as metamorphosis. And let them know that in 7 to 10 days, the caterpillar emerges from the chrysalis as an adult butterfly. It also might be a good idea to include a common misconception, which is that butterflies and moths both make chrysalises, which is not true. Butterflies make a chrysalis when they transform from caterpillar to butterfly, and moths make a cocoon when they make the transformation from caterpillar to moth. For the explore portion of this lesson, there will be 4 centers for this activity. Center 1, butterfly culture / habitat. Center 2, life cycle plate. Center 3, butterfly parts and labels. And Center 4, which is books about butterflies. So Center 1, the materials you'll need for this center are a butterfly culture, a butterfly habitat, a hand lens, science notebooks, pencils, and crayons. So when the students are at this center, they will be given time to observe the caterpillars as they eat. Encourage the students to draw what they observe in their science notebooks. They should color their drawings according to their actual observations. Tell them their drawings need to be scientific. No other drawing should be on this page. During a later observation, students may be able to see the caterpillars in the J shape as they prepare to go into the chrysalis stage. This center can be used weekly until the butterflies emerge. Once the butterflies emerge, have students draw one or more of those butterflies in their science notebooks. Center 2, the life cycle plate. The materials needed for this center are paper, plates, markers, pasta. The pasta can be orzo egg, small elbows to represent the caterpillar, rotini to represent the chrysalis, and bow tie to represent the butterfly. And the orzo will represent the egg. And you also need white glue. At this center, students will create a paper plate life cycle of the butterfly. Have them divide their paper plate into 4 sections showing the 4 stages of the butterfly. Students are to label the sections with the words stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4, 1 stage per section. They are also to draw an arrow from the first stage to the second, from the second to the third, and from the third to the fourth. Display an example at this center for the students to follow. Have them glue orzo pasta in the stage 1 section, small elbow pasta in the stage 2 section, rotini in the 3rd section, and bow tie pasta in the 4th section to represent the egg, the caterpillar, the chrysalis, and the butterfly. At Center 3, this is butterfly parts and labels. The materials needed at this center are construction paper, scissors, markers or crayons, and a handout of a butterfly. So at this center, the students will label the parts of the butterfly. Be sure to make enough copies of the butterfly activity sheet for each student and place them in the center. Instruct the students to label or write in the parts of the butterfly on the activity sheet and display an example for students. So here I have 2 options. The easier option would obviously be the one on the right because it has labels already pointing to those things, so all the students have to do is correctly identify the portions. But if you have advanced students who are more confident, you can give them this page here on the left, which just has the butterfly and the terms they need to label on the butterfly. Center 4 is the books about butterflies, and the only materials that are needed at this center are a variety of nonfiction and fiction books about butterflies. Some examples I have up here are The Life Cycle of a Butterfly, a Nat Geo Kids book about butterflies, The Amazing Life Cycle of Butterflies, and of course The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is a classic when talking about caterpillars and their transformation into butterflies. For the explain portion of this lesson, ask the students the following questions and have them respond in their science notebooks. Question 1, what did you observe in the first center? Question 2, what are the stages of the butterfly? And question 3, what did you learn about the life cycle of the butterfly? And you can do this and you can ask this first question, what did you observe in the first center each week as the caterpillars go from caterpillars to butterflies. That is the end of my explanation for the butterfly life cycle lesson. Please let me know if you have any questions. Do not hesitate to reach out. Bye.